My name is Christos Xenophontos. I'm from the United States. I'm the chair of Technical Committee 1.1 on the performance of transport administrations. We are actually the PIARC committee that looks at the organizational aspect and the performance of transport administrations and not just the technical side. As part of the last cycle, we actually worked on the impact of emerging and disruptive technologies on transport administrations. We looked at some business models. We also looked at customer service and experience, which is very critical for public agencies. And of course, the heart and soul of a transport administration or a transport agency, which is the workforce and issues of equity, diversity, and inclusion. Some of the common themes that came out of that work was actually what is the North Star of a public agency, particularly when we are dealing with road and transport administrations. And innovation was another one of the common themes that we worked on. And that led us to start thinking about what should the transport agency of the future be. For this cycle, in the overall theme for our committee, is going to be the transport agency of the future. Under that, we're organized as 3 working groups. One of them that's going to look at how to envision that transport agency of the future, which is going to include the framework for business models and operational models. What should the North Star should be? Because what we are all recognizing is that people in society are actually the true North Star of all public agencies. We're also going to be looking into the public value creation for transport administrations and continuing the work that we started in the last cycle on workforce, but this time actually look at how do we strengthen the workforce by looking at the future workforce, new competencies that are required or are lacking by the transport administrations right now. So as part of that, the 3 working groups over the next 3 years are actually going to be working on their work plans, meeting a couple of times a year, hopefully in person and not virtually, like during the pandemic. But then meeting virtually in between, publishing. So we look at publishing briefing notes, articles, because I think it's very important. We are at an educational stage when it comes to many public administrations to understand the importance of a true North Star that it centers around people in society. And also, using that as educational components, look for us in articles in Routes and Roads magazine, on other countries', national committees. And then, of course, culminating with the final report and presenting at Vancouver.